Developmental molecular biologist and research consultant, John Medina, says that the root of all our problems lies in the way our brain thinks, and this can only be fixed when we understand the essential rules of the brain. That's why he wrote the New York Times best-selling book Brain Rules, in which he outlines 12 scientific brain rules. By knowing and following these rules, we can increase our learning, working, and reading abilities tenfold, whether you are a businessman, an employee, a student, or a teacher. These 12 methods will take your performance to the next level, make things easier in your daily life, and improve both your life and your brain, making you better and smarter than before. So let's explore these 12 rules. Rule number 1: the human brain is a survival organ that has evolved over time. As we humans evolved, our way of thinking and survival techniques also evolved and became distinct. Although we may not be the most powerful species on this planet, we have developed the strongest brain over time, which is the reason for our survival. Whether it's our history or our present, analyzing our actions and cooperating with other humans to survive has been our survival strategy for thousands of years. This has helped us survive and pass on our genes. Moreover, if our environment and the people around us support our goals, our productivity and creativity get a boost. But if our relationships, connections, and understanding with others are not good, that group and environment can ruin both our brain and our life, which could even lead to premature death. So it's the strong brain that survives, not the strong body. Rule number 2: exercise increases our brain power. Researchers conducted a study on 2 different populations who led different lifestyles. Group A consisted of people who exercised regularly and were highly active, while Group B consisted of those who did no physical exercise or activity. The researchers found that the cognitive scores of Group A were higher compared to Group B. Although our brain is designed to walk 19 kilometers a day, if we do even 30 minutes of physical exercise 2 to 3 days a week, we can boost our brain's energy, enhancing our ability to think and learn. Exercise delivers blood to the brain, which, with the help of glucose, eliminates toxic cells in the brain, clearing brain fog and thinking blocks with the flow of oxygen. It also increases the number of neurons in the brain, which in turn boosts our creativity and mental sharpness. Rule number 3: good sleep makes our thinking clearer and more productive. Lack of proper sleep damages our brain's ability to focus, brain function, memory, mood, and logical thinking over time. A study even revealed that taking just a 26-minute nap increased the performance of NASA pilots by 34%. So if you feel tired throughout the day or feel like sleeping in the afternoon, it's common because around 3 p.m., there's a biochemical battle going on in your brain where one side is trying to stay awake while the other side wants to sleep. If possible, you should take a short nap at that time. Dr. Medina says that our brain doesn't actually rest during sleep. It processes information from the day and learns new things. However, it is very important for us to get proper sleep and take naps for a productive mind. Rule number 4: constant worry damages our learning ability and brain. Our brain is designed to handle stress for only about 30 seconds, not for prolonged periods. Long-term stress damages the blood vessels in our brain, which can even lead to a heart attack. If you experience a lot of stress daily at home, in class, or at work, that stress also affects your chances of being successful in life. This means that if your home environment is not good, that stress will bother you at your job or in class, ruining your performance and productivity. Due to increased cortisol levels from excessive stress, cells in the hippocampus begin to get damaged, weakening our ability to think and remember properly. So, if your relationships are not good, and that causes you stress, you should fix them. And don't carry the stress from home into your office or class. You shouldn't stress over things and people you can't control. Before we continue, if you're new to the channel, please subscribe and like the video. It's totally free for you, but it helps us a lot. Rule number 5: every brain is wired differently. We were taught in school that human brains are all alike, but this information is incorrect. After much research, scientists have revealed that each person's brain wiring is different. We can develop our brain, but it can never be exactly the same as someone else's. Not even identical twins have the same brain wiring. Our education system ignores different brain wiring. Through the grading system, our intelligence is measured by test scores and exam percentages, but every student, employee, or customer's brain is different. This is why businesses like Amazon have become successful companies worldwide by knowing the information and interests of millions of people. If we just look at a product on Amazon or another site once, that product will then appear on all our social media platforms. Rule number 6: humans do not pay attention to boring things. We only focus on things that have our interest, profit, emotion, or culture attached to them. It doesn't matter who you are, your brain consciously or subconsciously focuses on questions like, can I eat this? Can this eat me? Can I have a relationship with this? Or have I seen this before? And looks for interest or reason. The brain is not made for multitasking, yet offices and schools encourage multitasking. Multitasking increases our chances of making mistakes and failing by up to 50%. Rule number 7: to learn or remember anything, we should repeat the information. Our brain stores important information for a longer time, but our short-term memory begins to erase the rest. This is why vision boards, written goals, or reminders are essential to remind our brain that this information is important. If you want to remember something or learn something and become the best at it, you should repeat it every so often to practice and keep focusing on the same thing. Rule number 8: all our senses work together, so we should use them fully. Our sense of smell directly reminds us of a movie theater with the smell of buttery popcorn, or the smell of rain and flowers can remind us of a person, situation, or place. So if you want to remember something while studying or working, you can associate it with a smell or fragrance. Whether it's your perfume or a room candle, whenever you smell it, you will remember the information from the past, and the chances of this happening can be anywhere from 10% to 50%. Rule number 9: our sense of sight is stronger than all our other senses. We remember information seen visually more than what we hear or read. You might not remember exactly what was written on which page of a biography after reading it, but if a movie is made based on that biography, you will remember the scenes from that movie clearly. This is because throughout our history, after seeing animals, food, danger, situations, and humans, we learned what is right and wrong for us. Then, we converted that visual power into art or literature so that we could remember things visually. Rule number 10: listening to or composing music can make us smarter. Dr. Medina's wife was also a classical music composer, and by observing and studying many musicians like her, the author learned that our music taste reflects our personality, and music can sharpen our memory and skills. Composing music can enhance our reading ability, math skills, and emotional intelligence, and listening to music can change our mood and improve our vocabulary. It depends on age, gender, and interest. Rule number 11: male and female brains are different from each other. Once, researcher Larry K. showed a horror movie to both males and females and found that during the movie, only the right hemisphere of males' brains was active while the left hemisphere was calm, whereas in females, the left hemisphere was active and the right hemisphere was calm. This showed that males and females handle stress, think, and work in very different ways. After conducting many case studies like this, mental health professionals discovered that females are more prone to depression and nervousness than males, and during puberty, they experience a lot of anxiety. On the other hand, boys become antisocial during puberty. The way males and females handle emotions is also very different from each other. Rule number 12: humans are powerful and natural explorers. The desire to explore something new never leaves us, but we often remain stuck in our classes or office cubicles. However, we humans are made to explore and learn new things. As children, we were so curious we wanted to know about everything by breaking it open or taking it apart. But this curiosity decreases as we grow older. Google always gives its employees at least 20% of their time to explore, and this exploration led to the invention of Gmail and Google News ideas. So we should keep trying to explore something different like children for great ideas and brain growth. This video ends here. If you want us to make a video on a particular topic or problem, please let us know in the comments. We will try to make a video on that because we are here to help you. And yes, please support this channel by subscribing and turning on the bell icon.